Hello everybody, and welcome to the brand new series of Pikmin. It's me, Cooper, and I would love to tell you guys about my experience with this game. This game is a game I grew up with since I was a little kid, and was introduced to me by some friends from Florida. I actually have some family up in Florida I went to visit, and the neighbor boys of those family introduced me to Pikmin 2. And I was like, oh man, this is super fun. I want to play it. They're like, do you have a GameCube? I was like, yeah. They're like, well then go buy it. And I was like, okay. So I went to buy Pikmin 1. And that is this game. So here we are, everybody. The story of Olimar, the space captain of a new era. Oh, he's a space captain. He's actually like a space delivery system guy. He's Amazon, but for space. And apparently he's going through space and gets hit by a meteor. So whatever kind of protection systems he had were terrible. As you can see, he's got a pretty pimped out ship. It is pretty nice. And holy crap, he's crash landing on a planet that looks much like Earth. And there he goes. Oh, multiple pieces of him go. So as you can see, our main character is already dead. But somehow he got into Smash. A character that dies within the first 10 minutes, or 10 seconds of their game. Got into Smash Brothers. I want you guys to understand that. The impact site. Oh no, of course he's not dead. The game wouldn't do that. This is our captain. He looks a little cool. A big nose, kind of creepy. He's got the elf ears. But, you know, the spacesuit's pretty iconic. It's pretty easy to recognize. My name is Captain Olimar. While traveling through space, my ship was struck by a meteor. I must have blacked out, and I awoke to the surface of a weird planet. With so many parts lost, the skeletal hull of my beloved dolphin is a painful sight. Yes, it's called the dolphin. The engine is gone, and I am stranded. To make matters worse, my atmospheric sensors indicate this planet's environment contains high levels of poisonous oxygen. My life support systems can function for only 30 days. If I can't repair the dolphin by then, no, better not to think about it. I must refine the missing parts. So guys, we are here in a game called Pikmin. And yeah, that is your whole story. That's it. You crash land on a freaking planet, and it's time for you to figure things out because you're not gonna... Oh, look, we got a little button thingy. You gotta figure things out, because if you don't, you're gonna die. So 30 days is how much oxygen you have, which means he has an amazing spacesuit. Because 30 days is a long time. Well, we're gonna bump into this thing over here. And hello. What is this? I obviously know, but what is this? A seed seems to have fallen. A strange thing has appeared before me. I had barely begun my search when it reared up as if it were waiting for me. It then dropped a single seed. What is it? Is it alive? Is it a machine? It resembles a vegetable on my home planet that we call an onion. I shall call this an onion too. Alright, as you can see, the screen is now zoomed out. That is very good. And the seed is just kind of chilling there. But it's sprouted. Look at that. It's so shiny and enticing. The seed that the onion dropped took root in the soil and now has produced an adorable little sprout. This sprout emits a strange light and it sways back and forth without benefit of wind. I cannot help but think it is calling to me. I am compelled. I must approach it and press the A button. Of course. Like all explorers do. They press the A button. Look at this adorable little guy. Look at it. It's like a plant mandrake looking thingy. Extraordinary. When I plucked the sprout, it turned into a living creature. Not a plant. Oh, it turned out to be a living creature, not a plant. Picking it has done no visible damage. It just stands there, staring at me. Its shape is similar to the Pick Baron carrots I love so much. I believe I shall call it a Pikmin. Here I am stranded on a toxic planet fighting to survive, and yet I'm intrigued. I must research this fascinating creature. I shall try to grab it and throw it with A, and I will call it to my side with B. Perhaps it will react to C and X as well. This is the weirdest tutorial I have ever seen for controlling creatures. So yeah, we can rotate the camera, which is something I've been doing. Zoom in and out, which I tried to do, but I guess you had to wait for this to tell you. And yes, we have to learn how to survive in this planet as soon as possible. So zoom in and out is one of those important things. I love to have it zoomed out. So, Pikmin, please destroy these things. Very good. Now, no, take it back to your ship. There we go. So yes, the Pikmin are very interesting creatures that like to collect things and bring it back to their ship. Because when they do that, it sprouts more seeds. Which means our army is growing. Astonishing, the onion has sown more seeds. The small red pellet the Pikmin have harvested after cutting down a flower appears to be some type of food that propagate more Pikmin. The onion seems to be a sort of incubator. Needless to say, I must study this strange life form more. Alright, let's do work together on this. Yes, you actually do have an attack as Olimar. You can punch things. If you can't punch your Pikmin. Don't even think about that. That is completely cruel and it's just wrong. Pikmin are the greatest things in the world, and if you even think about punching one, you're going to hell. You're going to some form of hell. Alright, let's check around the map and see if we can find any more pellets. Okay, there's a big one over there. I know of one up here already, because we saw it when we were just exploring for fun. So yeah, this game is about, you know, survival. You want to get off the planet within 30 days, or you die. But we need an engine to get off the planet, so we're going to have to find one here. But before that, we might as well discover more about our friends here, these Pikmin, as Olimar calls it. And find out whether or not they're helpful or evil. Because, you know, it is still an alien place. They could be evil all along. I believe you can use multiple Pikmin on the same thing, and it speeds it up. There you go. Yeah, it speeds up the process of carrying something if you have more Pikmin than necessary. I believe you can have up to double on most items. On most items. Not all, just most. So, let's see. Something should sprout now. Hey, there we go. We got 2 more of these things. Come here, Pikmin. And come here, Pikmin. Alright, come on, boyos. We are going on an adventure. There's one more flower-looking thing up here, so let's go ahead and get you guys up there. So leave your Pikmin be. They'll know what to do. Oh yeah, they tried to come back home, but if you, I forgot, in Pikmin, they're different in Pikmin 1 than Pikmin 2. Pikmin 2 is the greatest Pikmin game ever. Pikmin 1 is really fun, but it's got some control problems, which is fine. It's fine. I'm not that controlling that I will complain about it. So, looking around, there's like one more area where Pikmin could sprout. It looks like it's up here. Are there any pellets up here? Nope. Okay. Oh, that was just me checking. We have sprouted 14 Pikmin, as you can see on the bottom screen. The first thing is how many Pikmin are with you. The middle thing is how many Pikmin you have on the field. And the third thing is how many Pikmin you have in total, which include inside the onion. So, yeah, just something to get used to. And that big pellet really gave us some Pikmin. We got 14 of these guys now. And since we have 14 of them, let's use them to push this box. I use the C-stick, but you can also throw them at the box. The C-stick controls the Pikmin. It's like you can take control of the Pikmin with the C-stick just a little bit. Move them around. If you move them around certain things, they'll attack it, like the plants. Or like they'll move it, like this stuff. And thanks to moving this, we're able to open up a new area. The Pikmin are as curious as children. They form groups to perform tasks that would be impossible for an individual. A glimmer of hope has begun to shine in my heart. If I can make use of their skills, perhaps I can fix my ship. I shall sum up all that I've learned about Pikmin conduct. Yep, I actually know all about it, so we're good. Don't need to really read all that. Look what we found, everybody! How miraculous. The engine of the ship seems to be right next to the ship. Of all the parts of the ship that fell off, one of them happened. The most important one is right here. My ship engine rests before my very eyes. By a stroke of pure luck, literally luck, I have already stumbled upon the most important piece of my damaged craft. Fate has smiled upon me, but how will I get it back to the dolphin? So you could try to carry it, but you need 20 Pikmin to pull that off, which that's really difficult. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to throw one of you here. We're going to throw one of you here. We're going to throw 2 of you here. And let's get to work. Alright, I have 2 Pikmin left. Wait, you guys can't work on that big pellet there? It's got 2 open slots. Yeah, there. I forgot, in the first game they do kind of just fall off sometimes. Like, sometimes they won't actually grab the pellet if too many Pikmin are trying to go for the same slot. So by getting all these pellets, we should be able to get more than 20 Pikmin, and then we'll be able to continue on. Alright, just help out your friend there. It's not like speed is that much of an issue. The first day, as you can see in the top right-hand corner, has no time limit. If you continue to play this game like I'm going to, get ready for time limits, and get ready for death. Because the days are numbered. When many Pikmin seeds sprout at once, I will find it rather tedious to pluck them from the ground individually. My wife always told me I was no good at routine tasks. I guess I'll try to get it all done by replete... Okay, so basically spam A if you want to make it go quicker. But, yeah, even when he says it'll go faster, not really. Yeah, when you add Pikmin to the group, the excitement flushed with bright color. At some other times, they revert to a pale hue and give off a dim glow. Paying close attention to them, yeah. So basically, the brighter they look, the happier they are. And the happier they are, the more efficient they are. And if you want to make them happy, make sure they're in big groups. They like to have many of their friends with them. Also, make sure they haven't gone through traumatic events, but traumatic events are coming. Like, you know, slave labor, because I'm basically going to make them do a bunch of lifting for me. And honestly, they're just following me. It's kind of weird. Like, they're just completely okay with it. Like, hey, I need you to carry this. Okay. They're like children, is what Olimar said, so it's kind of awkward. Olimar, your children, you put them to work so quickly. Please save me, Mr. Pikmins. I need your help. Yep. So basically, this game, this is the first day, so it's going to be a little bit slow. Normally, it's not this slow, but it is going to be a little bit slow for the first day. But other than that, this is going to be a very exciting game. A very speed-based game, because if we don't complete this quick enough, we will die. This game has multiple endings, and one of them is a death ending. So let's do everything in our power to avoid that. Also, as you can see in the bottom left-hand corner, we have a health bar. So we could just die outright. I mean, that's an ending too, in my opinion. If you just die, that's death. So, we brought this to the ship. And the ship has some weird teleporting device that can make things smaller. And put things exactly where they need to be. So you guess you don't need mechanics in this world. Just engineers. And it's somehow putting the ship back together little by little. But it still looks like a piece of crap, in my opinion. It looked way nicer in the opening cutscene. As you can see, the Pikmin, how they're so white right now and how dim they are, that's because they have no master at this time. If you're not controlling your Pikmin, they don't seem to be very happy. So, at the end of the day, look, see how they all turned white instead of red? That's just what happens in the first game. What we gotta do now is we gotta call the Pikmin back to their ship because it's nighttime and we gotta go back to our ship. Simple enough. Nothing too hard about that. So, by a stroke, by pure luck, we are going to be able to escape the planet, which is great. But, we aren't really escaping the planet. We have the engine, but we don't have enough pieces to go with space travel. One day since impact, I have somehow managed to launch the Dolphin, but I was surprised to see the Onion lift off with me. Perhaps the Pikmin cannot survive overnight on the planet's surface, or have they merely decided to join me for other reasons. Either way, it seems they will help me again tomorrow. Yeah, for some reason, which we still don't know, the Pikmin just seem driven to protect Olimar. And they want to do everything they can to protect them. They will even follow Olimar off of the planet. The Dolphin is missing 29 parts. If I can't recover them all, I may never return home to my family on planet Hokatate. Whatever. Analysis shows my life support systems will function for only 29 more days. How can I repair my Dolphin in such a short time? A dense forest is visible on the surface below. As it holds the keys to my survival, I name it the Forest of Hope. I will explore it tomorrow. So guys, at the end of each day, you're gonna see how many Pikmin you have, how many Pikmin you lost in battle, how many Pikmin you left behind. Which, if you ever left behind a Pikmin, not by accident, you're a monster. You are an absolute monster, and you guys will understand why later. Not now. Not now. Later. So, let's go over to the next area, the Forest of Hope. But we will be going here in the next episode. This is just going to be our little prologue because it gave or tutorial, and this is just your guys' introduction to our new series. Next time we're going to be starting with longer episodes and we're going to be going for all the parts possible. See you all then. And please like and subscribe if you are liking this series, or if you like anything about my channel. So, bye-bye.